What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hoops Post Up. Here to talk about the 2020 NBA season. Thank God it's back. All right,
It is back and we are excited.
just just happy to have basketball. Just period. Live sports, especially the NBA. So they did it right. Right, they have a nice plan. It's safe. Everyone's going to be in the bubble, and I'm sure they're going to love that. We love the fact that we get to watch them because there's going to be it's going
The
to be fast
best
and
of the
furious.
best, right? The best of the best are going to be playing this eighth game.
Well, that's right. That's right. Not every team's going to play. It's just going to be this 8 game mini season, this weird thing. We're going to talk about not the logistics of all the plan and all that. You can read about all that on the ESPN if you want. We're going to talk about what's going to happen, predict the playoffs, this weird new playoff thing, but also the rest of the regular season to see who's going to make the playoffs. So let's start with looking at the standings because I almost forgot. Just to be honest, it's been like 3 months. I mean,
You forgot Milwaukee was on top.
I didn't forget that.
You forgot
But I
Miami
kinda
Heat was
forgot.
like in spot
Oh,
4 or
I
something.
definitely did not forget that. We'll talk about the Heat. And I didn't forget that the Spurs are not going to make the playoffs.
Ah!
But no, we talked.
Did you just hear him? Did you just hear him? How dare he? How dare
I give
he?
him a shot.
Lives in this house for 20 years and he's talking like that. Shame on him.
We talked about the Spurs already. Check out our
Shame
other episode. We
on
broke
him.
that all down.
Okay, not 20 years,
just on the
17.
Spurs.
But
All right, but let's talk about the standings because I think we all need to remember. Okay, Eastern Conference, you guys already know Milwaukee's still at the top. There's no chance they're getting up that top seed.
And didn't we talk about Toronto making another run? We talked about
You
that
were right
at the
about
beginning
that.
of the season. I
You
said
were
they
right.
were not going to let that go
Absolutely, and I said they were going to come out a little
just because
flat.
some loser
and-
ditched. Yeah.
it didn't happen. So they don't need Kawhi apparently, but still way behind Milwaukee. Then you got Boston, Miami, the sort of contenders. Indiana, I don't know how they're there. Philadelphia, surprised to see them
That
that low.
was surprising.
I
That
know.
is surprising. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on in this episode.
And then the teams that are just there because they have to have 8 teams in the playoffs. That would be Brooklyn, Orlando, who is going to be the only team that has technically home court advantage.
And it's crazy. I know. They get home court because it's Disney.
It's in the magical kingdom of Disney
Yeah.
World. I don't think they're actually playing in the Magic Kingdom. It's not like in the castle or anything. But
No. What I was surprised about was that how many of the teams we had additional to the 8th spot on the West, but we only had one in the East, and that was Washington.
things don't change too often. Okay, so Washington is the
East
only
is always
team that we could always pretend the lower portion of the East. is sort of
Sorry.
weak. Anyways, let's move on to the West. All right, so the East again, 9 teams there. Washington, the only team that has technically a chance to climb into the
Can
playoffs.
you believe? No, seriously. Looking at that, 6.5 games away from the top spot.
Yeah, I mean,
That is a huge spread.
Well,
It's not like that in the West.
that's one thing we're going to talk about is this, obviously it killed everybody's momentum, but those teams that were just kind of going on run.
And go
I mean,
Milwaukee.
Hey, well, we'll see. All right, in the West now, obviously the Lakers, Clippers at the top. Denver, Utah, OKC. Kind of pleasant surprise there. Houston, an unpleasant surprise. I'm sure they did not expect or want to be in the 6th seed at this point in the season. Dallas, and then, of course, everybody else. All right, so
Yeah.
we did talk about the Spurs already at length, but let's start with our first question here. Out of those teams, you got Portland, New Orleans, Sacramento. Sacramento, really? Sacramento?
Yes, yes.
The Spurs
Can you
and
believe
Phoenix.
that?
All right, so
That's painful.
is there a team that can make a run and grab that 8th spot this year? Because there's only 8 games left, right? This is bubble situation, right? Everything's stopped. It's like you said, it's like a brand new season, a mini season. But is there a team that has a chance to make a run? Because they still have to climb, right, a few games.
So I say this, and we don't really know who's going to play, right?
Well, we don't even have a schedule yet, right?
I say I'm going like Portland has that chance. Portland has that opportunity along with my Spurs. We talked about that in the last episode. But I seriously think Portland has a run for this, right? To make it to that spot, to run through the playoffs. Now, that's if Dame and his crew show up. It all
literally show us
depends.
up.
It depends on whether those players want to go and try and be in that
I mean,
situation.
you would think you would want to try to make the playoffs and make a run. I mean, I get what he's saying is like, well, if we're not really in it to win a championship, why am I going to go through that? Well, okay, you get paid for it. First of all, it's kind
Well,
of your
and
job,
second
but
of all, aren't you a competitor?
Exactly.
Are you an
Don't you
athlete?
wanna win?
Like, don't you, like, despite all odds, you want to be there?
You would think.
That is crazy.
So that's a little well, especially from a guy who we think of as a competitor, right? For him to say
Yes.
that, it's a little weird. Maybe he got too comfortable at home. I don't know.
Maybe you got some mellow-itis.
I don't know. Well, yeah, he's on the team too. Now, I would have gone with Portland. That makes sense. Obviously, a team that went deep in the playoffs last year, and they have the talent. I mean, it's surprising they're not in the playoffs already. Of course, injuries, killed them. But because of that whole situation, I know they're saying, oh, they're healthy now. But I got my questions now about the motivation here. So I don't feel too comfortable. I wouldn't put money on Portland making the playoffs at this point. Honestly, I kind of think a team like New Orleans, I kind of like the Pelicans. They have the talent.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm not saying they're going
We
to.
got Zion on the team.
He might.
He is
right?
ready to go.
And they're not going to have to worry about, load management. It's 8 games, right? Just get him on the court.
Oh my gosh. And when he's on the
just
court,
saying,
he
they can
lights
make a
it up,
run.
30 points.
They can make a run. They have the talent. And they were thinking, well, this is a rebuilding year. Just wait for next year. Restock it.
No.
They might say, what the hell, let's go for it.
Let's surprise everybody.
Yeah. All right. So to me, that would be the only team I think maybe.
That's who you're leaning.
Yeah.
Pelicans.
I don't think there's any other team. Pelicans.
Right?
That's it. Washington in the East, you can give them a chance?
No. I'm sorry, Washington. My
No.
Bertans, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's not happening.
That's not happening. Let's just call it. I don't even know why they have the Eastern teams playing. I guess just to warm up, but that's not happening.
Be nice.
Okay. Question number 2, burning question. Which lower seed can make a run? And when I say lower seed, I mean higher number. I mean, is there a team that is ranked now, let's say
third,
outside the
fourth, fifth spot, sixth spot? Are you thinking 6, that sweet spot where Houston is? Where you think they're going to make a run, or the Heat? You think they're going to make a run?
Normally, I would say a team that doesn't have home court advantage, right? 5 or lower, 5 through 8.
Nobody has
but
home
nobody has home
court.
court advantage.
Nobody.
So I think you're allowed for this to say anything below a 3 seed would count.
Okay.
Or if you want to throw out a 3 seed. So is there a team? Now you might not think there is, but if you had to pick one.
Okay, I did, and I know you're surprising. You're going to be surprised by this, but I did think I was impressed with how the Heat were playing before quarantine.
Oh, you took my team. No, but really.
I'll speak for you.
All right, go ahead.
Seriously, I saw how they were collectively coming together.
Mm-hmm.
They have some shooters, and
Yep.
their defense and their passing was amazing.
Absolutely.
So
They have a championship coach, right? A guy who's been there. That's going to help, right? Spo. They have the balance, like you said, the depth. This is not a one-man team, right? Jimmy Butler is the leader, obviously. He's pretty vocal about being the leader.
But there is
they
depth
don't
on
need
that
him
team.
every night.
There is depth on that team, and
Yep.
they are all committed. Every single player on that roster is committed to making it happen. And we
Yep.
saw that prior to quarantine. We saw that happening. They were making a push. They were doing amazing things on the court. And so that's who I'm thinking.
And the main thing I like, number one, is they have the shooters. Like you said, it's not just one guy. They have so many guys. Everybody can hit the 3 on their team. They have the defense, right? That they can stop other teams. And they have beaten the top teams. They've taken on Giannis and
let's
Milwaukee.
not
They've
forget
beaten Milwaukee.
who they acquired prior to quarantine.
That's right. That's right. The big deal. And they didn't get everybody they wanted. I was really hoping they would get Gallinari, right? That would have been nice. I mean, if they had Gallinari, forget it. It's over. They're the favorites.
Yes. But they did.
Yeah.
They got their big guy inside.
So it does help that they have even more depth. But, not being a homer. No, I'm a homer. But, yeah, Miami is a team that can take on Milwaukee because they have beaten them in the regular season. They played the Lakers tough. They should have won that one game they got robbed from, but they beat LA.
That was all official.
They owned Philadelphia.
That was stolen.
Yeah.
From them.
So they have done what is needed to be done. They've shown that they can do it, right? And it's kind of almost home court in Orlando. It's Florida. I know the fans will show up sitting around, but they're still in their home state.
Yeah,
so,
of course. Of course.
All right. Any other team? Anybody out the West?
West, yeah, we had to talk about the West.
So who do you like out of the West that could make a run? I know you don't want to say Houston.
No, I'm not going to say Houston.
I
don't want to say Chris Paul's team, but actually, I'm thinking OKC.
Okay, well, they still have Gallinari, and
I'm
Chris
saying,
Paul. They got a guy.
OKC has a huge chance. They are hungry. Chris Paul has done better things there than I thought he would.
It's true.
I didn't think he was going to show up and commit, and he has committed fully
We
to
weren't
that team.
sure they would even be a playoff team, and they're the 5 seed right now.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, I don't think obviously whoever makes the 8 seed, you can forget it. Dallas is just there. I don't think there's another team. I have no faith in Houston. Like, forget it. And Harden lost like
Houston
100
will
pounds,
never.
so
I'm
he's not even going to
sorry.
show up. Yeah, I think if there's a team out the West, I think it's got to be. I know the people like Utah. They're kind of right
And I
there.
wanted Utah. I thought Utah from the beginning. I really did.
But
Early
they
on,
never
we
really
can
seem
roll
to
back
gel.
the
You know what I
tape.
mean?
They didn't come together like they did last season, which was strange to me. I don't know what happened. It fell flat, and they were like devastated by that.
And if
I
there's a
don't know. They
team,
didn't recover, or maybe they'll come back fired up. Maybe they'll come
well,
back and they're gonna be hungry.
that's a team that, if anybody, that killed the momentum. They were just getting it together, right? Conley was starting to fit in, and everything was rolling, and then the season ended. So that's a team that I think it might take them some time to come together. So
Keep an eye on that.
but we'll keep an eye on them. That would be the team maybe I think might have a chance.
So I called Heat and OKC.
And I'm definitely going the Heat, and I'll say maybe Utah. All right. Next burning question. All right, so here it is. It's time for our actual predictions. Who you got coming out the East? And when I say who you got, I mean making the finals.
You're
Doesn't mean you
talking
have to
about
win it all.
finals.
Yeah, who's going to
Yeah.
go all the way?
Yeah.
It could be your dark horse team. It could be the top seed. Go with the chalk.
Beginning of this year,
I know you're gonna go
I
with it.
thought it was the 76ers. They're not going to do it.
So did
they're,
I.
They're not. They're not. So it's between Toronto for me and the Bucks. It really is between those two teams. And so I have to think who is going to just kind of have that edge. Who's going to have that,
Milwaukee, clearly the better team during the regular season. I mean, obviously the number one seed. I mean, they seem to have it all. But some people saying that, you know what?
Toronto
You clog the lane
wants
and you stop
to-
Giannis.
Yes, you stop Giannis.
Could
you slow
they-
down the game. And let me tell you, Toronto has something to prove. They're saying we didn't need Kawhi to do this.
Yeah.
We just
Championship experience. Again, that
get rid of
coaching.
DeRozan.
Huh? Now that they got rid of DeRozan. Oh. Another
Sorry.
cheap shot. Man, you're Spurs. I'm definitely going to be an ex-Spur. Here's you talking. No, but I know what you're saying. They got that DNA, right? The championship DNA. Got players who have been there. Is Siakam going to be able to carry the team instead
Siakam,
of
oh my God,
Kawhi?
is so beautiful on the court. And Van Fleet, woo!
Yeah,
he's ready. He is always
he's ready for
to
free
go.
agency, I'll tell you that.
He is.
All right, so
He's
now you
ready
got to
for
pick who you
cash
got,
money.
Toronto or Milwaukee, on the spot right now.
I'm going Bucks.
Of course, you're going to Bucks because Coach Bud and
Thrill. Yeah.
and George Hill. Don't forget, where's your George Hill jersey? Let's break it out.
My George Hill. I should have
It's a
worn
Spurs
it. I
George
should
Hill
have
jersey.
worn my George Hill jersey.
I've been doubting Toronto all season, including the preseason. So I might as well continue
this
it.
Close. It is
Go with
this,
Milwaukee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It is this close. That
I
is going to
think-
be a tough.
It'll be
series.
tough, but I think all the hype, all the talk about, we can stop Giannis. All you do is just get in front.
Yes,
No.
they can.
Because if they were just a one-man team, they wouldn't be so far ahead. I mean, they have guys who can hit the three, not just George Hill, but they've got shooters. Everyone's not going to be off consistently, and they can play defense. I think that's a team that's not going to be as easy to stop as you think.
I
think
say it's
they'll
going to
keep it
be
rolling.
tight. Very
It'll be tight, though. Yeah.
I'm going to go Bucks because I got my Spurs history.
I'm still going Bucks, but I really want to pick the Heat. You know that. I want to say the Heat are
course
just
you
going to
do.
do it, but
Of course, and that's okay.
okay, I'll pick the Heat. There it is. I got the Heat.
All right. So now who do you have coming out of the West? Oh my God. Seriously. This is just laughable.
Why?
This is laughable.
It's too easy?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is too easy.
Well, please
to
tell us.
choose.
It's odd. Tell Vegas, please. They didn't know that it was like a
Vegas
foregone
already has
conclusion.
the odds. They already know
Well, they
it's
already
a
know.
foregone
It's already fixed. Okay, so who is it?
conclusion. It's going to be the Lakers, unfortunately.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other
Yeah.
teams too.
There
I'm-
are, but
I'm
have...
going to take a chance, though. I'm going to step out on them. I'm going to say LA. I'm going to go with LA.
You're talking about the Clippers.
Do I have to pick? I'm just going to say an LA team.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
cheat
okay.
like that. You have to be more
Um,
specific.
No. Okay. It's going to be... There's not going to be, I don't think, any upset here in the West. It's going to be Lakers or the Clippers.
Oh my God! Did you hear him?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
No, you can't. You
I'm
make a
getting
choice.
there.
Make a choice. Be decisive.
I'm getting there. I've been saying all season that I like it. No, even before the season, right after free agency, I like it because everyone's saying, "Oh, the Clippers."
I think you said the
Can I finish
Clippers.
No.
Excuse me?
No, I'm getting there. I said
He's
no,
getting
no,
a
no,
little
no, no.
chippy, and
I
we're not even
said-
on the court.
I said that a lot of people are, as soon as Kawhi and George went there, they're saying that the Clippers have the edge because of the depth. And I said the opposite. I said, no, the Lakers, I like the Lakers bench, and I like the Lakers depth better.
So let's think about this.
And the Lakers have shown
before
it.
quarantine, what were their playing records against each other? Like, how many times did they meet already? We're going to have to take a look.
We're
Because I
gonna
don't
take a
remember.
look. I think
Yeah,
that-
I don't remember.
Well, then I have to pause it.
Okay. Hold on a second. Just like we thought, Clippers were up on the Lakers.
Okay, so it was close to the beginning. The Clippers were owning them, won the first two, but the Lakers have shown
Does it really?
that they have the fight. Does the regular
Does the
season
first
matter?
game? I was gonna say, does the first game really matter?
Well, it was the first day of the season, so
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they were both pumped up.
Okay, so I've got Lakers. Who do you have?
I'm gonna stick with the Lakers. Right, I hate to pick the
What?
chalk. Well, I said that since the preseason. I said the Lakers. That's not any different.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I got coincidentally my two favorite teams from childhood.
Two favorite teams.
The Lakers and the
Blasphemy.
Heat.
Okay. All right. So I've got Lakers coming out of the West.
Mm-hmm.
And I have
And
the
the
Bucks.
All
coming out of
right,
the
you got the
East.
1 seed. So no upset, no 8 seeds gonna make a run, no asterisk, no nothing. Just gonna
Okay.
be-
So now, are we gonna make a choice? Who's gonna take it all?
might as well go for it.
Who is going to take it all? Unfortunately, it's the
Lakers.
it's the Lakers. Purple and gold.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And rightfully so. That squad is pretty amazing.
And then after the year was October by the time it finishes, and then we can put some purple and gold hats and some jerseys.
October, he'll break out his magic jersey.
My Nick Van Exel jersey. That's the purple
Oh,
one.
then I'll wear magic.
All right.
All
Wow.
right.
We just made a Lakers fan out of a Spurs fan.
No,
That's
just
history.
point guard to point guard.
Okay. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. The regular season, to be honest, is not going to be too much excitement. I don't see any big upsets. I think it's pretty much going to be, let's get this warm up out of the way and make that playoff push. Once the playoffs come, home court goes out the window. Do you think that really matters? I mean, you think about it, Lakers, Clippers, there's no home court there anyway.
There's no
So does it
home
matter?
court. There's no fans. It's a totally we're in the gym and we're playing some street ball.
And it's not like, a team like Milwaukee depends on their home crowd. It's not like Utah in the 90s where you couldn't hear it. You know what I mean? I don't think the home court's going to make as big a difference. And that's part of the reason why I say our team that plays well on the road, like Miami, has a chance. All right? But in the end, it'll probably be the top seed still. I don't see any huge upsets here.
Not here, not this time. All right, so tell us what you think. Comment below, give us your picks, and if we're totally off the court, you tell us. Let us know. Set us straight.
Who you got coming out the East? Who you got coming out the West? What do you think is going to happen? Let's get the dialogue going. Follow us on Twitter at HoopsPostUp. Of course, you can leave a comment here on the YouTube channel after you subscribe and like.
And don't forget, read our articles at hoopspostup.com. We have up-to-date content there as well, if you want to take a view at that. Now, let's not forget what's most important, everyone. Peace and love to you. Be safe. And Black Lives Matter.